Actually, this is the lower base portion of it. It is what the seat will mount to, as well as the uprights on the side that will accommodate the steering wheel and the shifter and so on. So this will be approximately in this area. Obviously it's not made out of cardboard. It will be made out of MDF. I got all the pieces for the base cut. I've got them all screwed in. This thing is solid. Let me show you how this works. Once you're seated, you can move your seat further or closer to the rig itself. So you can end up going quite far back if that's your comfort zone there. You're going to get the mount on the side. That'll leave the shifter relatively within reach. And the adjustable steering wheel, which you can bring to almost, it's quite a range of adjusting range. So that gets screwed down. Cord fits through that slit I made in the carpet. Once you find the spot you want to park this thing, pressure fit, cord gets tugged down in, and it looks flawless. And then, if you get a little violent with these babies, they do not move anywhere. Man, it's so nice to have a seat that doesn't roll. Just finished the second coat of paint. It's come out much smoother. Fit it together. So the whole front end flawlessly fit onto the base. I screwed it on. Screwed my top down. Now I'm just working on the TV mount, which is a piece of Unistrut. One piece cut in half. It's actually about 50 inches long each piece, each rail. And they're going to go up from the back, standing upright. One on each half of the TV, and then they get screwed into the TV, and that gives you a place to put on the tables. Well, I'm working on some speaker stands now. I got the surround sound here. The speakers are nothing special. They're old used ones. The surround sound is old and used. Didn't cost me a penny, so I can't complain at all. Like I said, the speaker stands, it's 1/2 inch EMT. I just grabbed a bender from work, my van, and I'm working on making the speaker stands for these things. This is the rear speaker, so they'll be coming up off the bottom corner and up next to your head on both sides. The front speakers, I still got to work on that. I've had many people ask questions about this simulator, so I thought making a little bit of a detailed video would be helpful all around. This all started when I received the G27 steering wheel as a Christmas gift from my wife. Naturally, I clamped it to my desk and headed off to the races. Quickly, I realized this wasn't going to work very well. Every time I would press the brake and the clutch, I would roll away from the desk in my computer chair. That settled it. I was going to have to build a racing simulator for this new wheel. I browsed the internet looking for some inspiration and found a few designs that I liked. Whatever I was to build needed to look nice enough to leave out all the time. In addition to that, I wanted it to be adjustable, mostly because I couldn't really make up my mind with how I wanted to sit or what would be comfortable for long-term racing or playing. I began doodling what I would like my simulator to look like, and eventually made some cardboard templates to get kind of a test feel for the shape. The assembly happened quickly, and with a few slight changes along the way, I was very happy with the progress. Building the base using 2x6 lumber and 3/4 plywood was overkill big time, but I wanted this to be very sturdy and not feel cheap. Finishing the simulator with carpeting and the paint really gave it a clean looking design. Poking around on the web, I was able to source a racing seat that I could easily install in my simulator. It has a recliner, It even has seat rails to slide the chair closer and further from the wheel. And of course the colors of the seat match what my plan was for the finished simulator. Under the racing seat is a tactical transducer. It's basically a subwoofer that only makes vibration, no sound. So this is connected to a dedicated amplifier to give the whole simulator a rumble feature similar to a real car driving down the road. The surround sound speakers on the simulator were an old system that were sitting in a box. They're a little bulky for the use, but the sound quality is pretty darn good. 4 speaker stands were required to have a secure place to install the speakers. I was able to bend up some 1/2-inch EMT and make some custom stands that do exactly what's required. The steering wheel is attached to a sliding plate that allows the user to adjust how far the reach is to the wheel. I had found some hardware and was able to make this feature built into my simulator without much difficulty. The monitor stand is a piece of Unistrut. It's attached to the simulator, and it doesn't only supply a secure place to mount the monitor, but it also gives you a chance to hide all of your cables inside the strut itself. The original 32-inch TV was pretty cool on that simulator, but as things usually go, an upgrade was definitely wanted. I wound up with a 40-inch LED TV on there, and it certainly suits the simulator better than the 32-inch. Overall, this thing is a lot of fun. Countless hours have been spent racing around in all kinds of dream cars, entering demolition derbies, driving transport trucks, racing online with people from all over the world. It really is a lot of fun. If I was ever to rebuild this or make a second version, I would make a few slight changes, however. First off, I would make the unit smaller overall. The length I chose is not necessary, and I could easily shorten the base by, say, 12 inches and still be functional. I could make it narrower as well. I would also like to incorporate a different surround sound stereo. I'd prefer to use like a car stereo. I think that would really suit the simulator's setup. It'd be kind of neat to have a car stereo in there, and maybe it would give me an opportunity to start working on a more realistic dashboard, maybe with some working gauges one day. And for now, I plan to race this thing for a little while longer until I have to make a change. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Feel free to subscribe if you want to see more.